Welcome to the English Island Podcast, a place where we don't just talk, we understand, we reflect, and we grow. Because sometimes the problem is not that we don't want success, it's that we don't understand what actually leads to it.
And today, we are talking about something that almost everyone confuses. Dream versus aim.
Two simple words, but the difference between them can literally decide the direction of your life. Let me ask you something. That is your dream. Have you ever imagined a better version of your life? Maybe a better job, more money, more respect, a life where you feel proud of yourself.
But now, let me ask you something deeper. Have you ever clearly decided? When will it happen? How will it happen? What exactly you will do starting today? That is your aim.
Most people don't fail because they are not capable. They fail because they stay stuck between dreaming and doing.
They live in a loop. They imagine success. They feel motivated. They plan something. And then they stop.
And slowly, something dangerous happens. They start believing that thinking is equal to progress.
But thinking is not progress. Planning is not progress. Even motivation is not progress. Only action is.
To understand this better, let's talk about someone who is not very different from you.
Let's call him Arjun.
Arjun was like most people. He had big dreams, he wanted to be successful, he wanted to prove himself, he wanted to change his life.
And like most people, he believed that someday everything will change.
Arjun's day looked productive. He woke up, checked his phone, opened YouTube, watched videos like How to Be Successful, Change Your Life in 30 Days. For a moment, he felt powerful.
He felt like he understood everything. He even said to himself, "This is it. Now my life will change."
But then he closed the video and did nothing. And this became his routine.
This is the most dangerous stage, when you feel like you are improving, but in reality, nothing is changing.
Arjun started making notes. He wrote goals, he made plans, he created schedules.
But none of it turned into action, and slowly, he became addicted to planning.
Sometimes comfort zone doesn't look like laziness. It looks like preparation.
It looks like learning. It looks like watching one more video, reading one more post, waiting for the perfect moment.
But the truth is, he was avoiding the hard part.
Days passed, then weeks, then months, and nothing changed.
From outside, everything looked normal, but inside, there was pressure. There was guilt. Every night, before sleeping, Arjun had the same thought. I could have done better today.
And every morning, he repeated the same promise. Today, I'll start seriously.
But that today never came.
At some point, reality doesn't knock, it hits.
And for Arjun, that moment came on a random day. Nothing special happened, but something inside him changed. He sat quietly, no phone, no music, no distractions, and he asked himself one simple question.
What have I actually done in the last 6 months?
And this time, he didn't lie to himself.
The answer was nothing.
No real progress, no real improvement, no real change.
Just thinking, planning, waiting.
And that moment, it hurt. Not because life was hard, but because he realized he was wasting his own potential.
And that pain, that discomfort, that truth, that is where real change begins.
After that moment, Arjun didn't feel motivated. He didn't feel excited. He felt clear.
And sometimes, clarity is more powerful than motivation.
He understood one thing. If nothing changes, nothing will change.
That's when he made a different choice. Not a big promise, not a dramatic decision, a clear aim.
For the first time, he stopped saying, I want to be successful, and started saying, in the next 6 months, I will achieve this specific goal. He took his big dream and broke it into parts.
Not just in his mind, on paper.
He wrote what exactly he wants, how long it will take, what skills he needs, what he will do daily. And suddenly, everything looked less confusing.
This was not like his old plans. This one was simple. 2 to 3 tasks per day. Fixed time. No overthinking.
He didn't try to be perfect. He just tried to be consistent. Then came day 1. He woke up, his mind said, "Start tomorrow, today relax."
But this time, he didn't listen.
He sat down, opened his work, and started. Not perfectly, not confidently, but he started.
And the moment he started, resistance came. Distractions, boredom, lack of focus.
His mind kept pushing him away. Check your phone. Take a break. This is too hard. But this time, there was one difference. He had an aim.
And when you have a clear aim, you don't negotiate with distractions.
At the end of the day, he didn't complete everything, but he completed something.
And that something was more powerful than months of thinking.
That night, for the first time in a long time, he didn't feel guilty. He felt proud.
Not because he achieved something big, but because he finally moved.
Day 1 was done, but day 2 is where most people fail.
Because day 1 has excitement, day 2 has reality.
Arjun woke up. Same plan, same aim. But this time, he didn't feel like doing it.
No motivation, no energy, no excitement.
And this is where most people stop. They say, "I'll start when I feel ready." That voice in his head, "Skip today, do it later," started getting weaker.
Because every time he showed up, he proved that voice wrong.
And slowly, something powerful started building. Self-trust.
When you do what you say, you start trusting yourself.
He was no longer the guy who just dreamed. He became someone who acts.
And that shift changes everything.
Now, let's stop talking about Arjun. Let's talk about you.
Yes, you, the one who is listening right now.
Be honest with yourself. How many dreams have you had that you never started?
And how many times have you said, "I'll start tomorrow"?
And how many of those tomorrows never came?
Let's say something uncomfortable. You don't have a motivation problem. You have a clarity problem.
Because if your aim was clear, you wouldn't wait.
You wouldn't overthink. You would act.
Most people live in a loop. They dream, they feel inspired, they plan, they delay.
And then they repeat the same cycle again.
And slowly, years pass. You open social media. You see people winning. You see people growing.
And you feel, "I'm behind."
But what you don't see is their discipline, their routine, their aim.
You were comparing your thoughts to someone else's actions. Let's break your excuses. I don't have time. I'm not in the mood. I don't have energy.
No, it's not a time issue. It's not an energy issue. It's a priority issue.
You know what to do, but you don't do it.
Why? Because action is uncomfortable. It requires effort. It requires focus. It requires discipline.
And your brain wants comfort.
Real change doesn't start with goals. It starts with identity.
If you believe, "I am lazy, I can't stay consistent," you will act like that.
But if you decide, "I am someone who shows up daily," your actions will follow. Right now, you are at a choice. Keep dreaming or start aiming.
Because both paths lead to very different lives.
Now here's something important. Growth is not a straight line.
It never is.
After a few consistent days, Arjun felt like he was finally on track. But then, things went wrong.
One day, he missed his tasks. Next day, again, then again.
And suddenly, he was back in his old pattern.
Overthinking, delaying, feeling stuck.
That old feeling came back. Guilt. He started thinking, "Nothing has changed. I'm still the same."
And this is the most dangerous moment, because this is where people quit permanently.
He started questioning himself. Maybe I'm not disciplined. Maybe I can't stay consistent.
And once you believe that, you stop trying.
But this time, he didn't give up. He paused.
And that's a big difference. Quitting versus pausing.
He understood something important. Failure is not falling behind. Failure is not coming back.
So instead of blaming himself, he reset.
Next day, no big motivation, no excitement, just a decision.
He sat down again and started again.
Not perfect, not fast, not impressive, but consistent.
And this time, he didn't expect perfection. He expected effort. That's when he realized something powerful. Motivation is temporary.
It comes and goes.
But system stays.
So he created a simple system. Fixed time to work, limited tasks, no overthinking, no waiting for mood.
Now, he didn't depend on how he felt. He depended on his system.
For the first time, he felt in control.
Not of results, but of actions.
Weeks passed, and slowly, he changed.
Not suddenly, but steadily.
After weeks of effort, after failures, comebacks, small wins. Arjun wasn't perfect.
But he wasn't the same person anymore.
He didn't need motivation videos. He didn't wait for the right mood. He showed up anyway.
So what actually changed? Not his dream, not his goal, him.
His thinking changed. His actions changed. His identity changed. Earlier, success meant big results, big achievements.
But now, success meant showing up daily.
Success meant doing what you said you would do, even when you don't feel like it. Earlier, his dream was, I want to be successful. Now, his dream became to become someone who never quits.
And that is a powerful dream. Earlier, aim meant outcome, a job, money. But now, aim meant process.
Daily tasks, daily effort, daily discipline. If you remember one thing from this, remember this.
Dream without aim is just imagination.
Aim without action is just intention.
But action with aim changes your life.
Now, this is for you. You might feel stuck. You might feel behind. You might feel like you've wasted time, but you haven't lost everything.
As long as you can decide, you can restart.
You don't need a new year. You don't need Monday. You need a decision.
And that decision is simple. Start today.
Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine your life after 5 years, one version where you kept delaying, where you kept dreaming and did nothing. Now imagine another version where you started, where you stayed consistent, where you became stronger.
Which life do you want?
Life is not complicated. We make it complicated.
The formula is simple. Have a dream. Set an aim. Take action.
So, what's the answer? Dream or aim?
The answer is both.
But in the right order. First dream, then aim, then action. Every single day. This was the English Island Podcast.
And if this made you think,
Then don't just think. Act. Dream is what you imagine. Aim is what you decide. And success is what you do every single day. Bye-bye, everyone. See you in next episode.